what kind of behaviors do you use on the pitch with the players on the training ground? Is it more talking? Is it more demonstrating? Is it more silence? Or is it a combination of all those throughout your training structure?
Yeah. I think with experience it becomes very much a combination. So if I was to rewind the clock even 3 or 4 years, I would be very, very vocal, and probably go in and probably talk for too long a period of time and probably give too much information. So I think you have to get the ball rolling. Players need to allow players to make mistakes. They need to make decisions. So you have to get that balance between the ball rolling and them actually working and getting some work done, and then striking the balance right of when to intervene. So we have a working week within the 23s whereby our working week is periodized. So a Thursday would be a resistance day for us, so a big area day. So we tend to work in bigger areas and let the clock run a little bit longer. So on a Thursday, we would probably have nearly every Thursday at least a 30-minute 11v11. And obviously in the drinks break, in the interval, half-time, 15 minutes through that, we will make some coaching observations. Very, very rarely will we stop in and pause the game live. Whereas on a Friday would be a strength day for us. So in tight areas, lots of body-to-body contact, lots of work against strong resistance. So the working times then would normally be 3 to 4 blocks of 4 minutes with a minute in between. So I'd let the ball roll for 4 minutes and then utilize that minute or that 90 seconds in between to give my coaching points and make my observations. But it's interesting you say about demonstrations there because, I still see myself as a young coach being 38 years of age. So that's something that I would like to utilize while I've still got my knees in good shape and my back in good shape and my body. I think that demonstrations are so powerful and probably go underused. So, demonstrating would definitely, along with talking, be two of my biggest interventions. Yeah.
And it's funny you say you would be considered a detailed coach. You've alluded to different ways of teaching. And now I would ask, are there ways that you structure that teaching? Do you plan out when you're going to use those behaviors with the session in terms of like what games you're playing? So if it was a rondo game or 11v11 game or just an isolated exercise, do you pair those with certain behaviors like silence when it's 11v11? And do you detail that out before you ever walk on the pitch with your staff?
Difficult one to answer. I'd probably say towards the latter stage of any session is the time that probably I go silent the most. So your end games, if you're finishing with a function or a phase. So once I've done the work and once I've done the pre-work in terms of installing what I'd like to get out, the outcomes, obviously at some stage in the session, you need to be quiet to see whether the players have took on board that information. And then most importantly, that they're able to execute it. So I'd probably say front end of the session and maybe some cold winter mornings, very, very enthusiastic, very energetic. And then towards the end of it, let them get on with it, let them make the decisions and see how much they've grasped.